Today I thought we could chat a little bit about how we can start strong homeschool partnerships before the school year even begins. As I'm recording this, it's July 2020, and this back to school season is sure to be unlike any other. So I'm going to share 3 ideas with you that I have for starting the year with strong school home partnerships, and we'll brainstorm a little about how we can make them happen no matter what back to school model your school district chooses.
Okay, tip number 1, the summer letter. I have written a lot about this. I think it is really important to write an engaging summer letter. It doesn't matter if you're going to be distance learning or hybrid learning or in the classroom socially distanced. The kids want to know your face. They want to get to know you. It's really important. And I always included 3 parts in my summer letter. I have an example for you here. Tell a little about you. I always include a photo so they can see your smiling face. Tell a little about your class. And then list 3 things they need to know for the first day. I try to always limit it to 3 because it can be really overwhelming, and I usually make the 3rd one to bring a smile and to remind them that we'll have fun. If you need additional things, like you're going to tell their parents things or there are kind of some logistical issues, always make sure to include that in a separate attached letter. This really is a letter just from you to your student. Okay, tip number 2 is meet the teacher. You're going to want to find a way to even further connect with your families, especially this year. A lot of parents and a lot of teachers are feeling anxiety at the start of this school year. So consider finding a way for your families to see you face to face. You could have a whole group kind of class-wide video chat. You could schedule some smaller group chats if you wanted to. Maybe if your students are going to be coming into the classroom, you can even give them a kind of little virtual tour of the classroom so they might know what kinds of things might look different than they've seen in the past. It might really set their minds at ease. You could also just send out a quick recorded video welcome message. I think hearing your voice and seeing your face are things that are going to be really important and will kind of send that message of some sort of normalcy as we go into the school year. And some school districts are in areas where they can actually schedule socially distanced in-person meet and greets. And if you can do this and invite your parents in a safe way into the classroom, if it goes along with your district's policy, that would be a really great way for them to know where to go and what to expect on the first day. Tip 3 is to pick a communication platform. It's never too early to be thinking about how you're going to communicate with families and let them know what to expect. You also want to be able to collect their contact information really early on because the beginning of the year can sometimes really lead to a lot of paperwork they're filling out and all those lost school kind of demographic forms and everything. If you can get that information and find out how they want to be contacted early on, you'll probably have more success in getting in touch. You can choose whether you'd like to really primarily communicate with email or text messaging or video chatting. It can be even flexible. You can kind of vary what way you're communicating with families. You can also choose a communication platform like Remind, where you can have families decide how they want to be contacted with kind of whole class bulletins or messages, because they can opt to receive them on the app or email or text message. That seems to work really well for reaching families. You get to put the information in one place and it goes to them wherever they'd like to be reached. You can also set the kind of standard. So will you be sending home a weekly or monthly newsletter? Will you be keeping in touch weekly or monthly? What's the best way for families to communicate with you? You'll want to include all that. Make sure they know that you're there for them and they'll know when to expect to hear from you. I hope these 3 tips help you out as you start to think about planning for the back to school season this year. Please consider subscribing. And until next time, happy teaching. I'll talk to you soon.